For this lesson, I use the student-centered approach. I start by providing a context or a reason for learning. I review all the previously learned information with my students. My students have been studying the American Revolutionary War. If you want to introduce a new unit using the same approach, I recommend providing some background content for learning to give the students a reason for learning. Maybe you could provide some background picture or some other story or explanation. You need to provide a reason for the students to become hooked. Next, I show them an artifact. For this lesson, I used a painting about a historical event, George Washington crossing the Delaware River. Also, you could provide an actual artifact or a replica of an artifact. You could provide a tool, clothing, or food. Anything that can relate to the lesson. Whether it's pictures, photographs, it can be anything. You need to allow time for students to interact with the artifact. The interaction could be drawing, copying, analyzing. It could be a variety of different activities. For this lesson, my students were informed that they would have to draw a sketch of what they saw. They will copy the same painting that is projected on the board. The students will analyze as they draw. Also, you can ask the students to predict what would happen next, or guess how to use that artifact. If you have an actual object for the students to look at instead of a picture, students can manipulate, observe, and analyze the object. You could allow time for that, but remember, you want students to analyze for details. Drawing is a really good way to encourage students to analyze the content. At this point, you can use the student-centered approach. I use what the students have observed and identified from the picture. I guide the discussion based on their observations. Students take turns showing their drawing to each other. As they show their drawing, I point out cool, unique details that I noticed in each of the students' drawings. Each drawing will be different. It's really cool to share their different artwork that they're proud of. Then select specific details that you want to discuss. Do you really want your lesson to pop? You can use a whiteboard or a white piece of paper. Place the whiteboard over a specific part of the picture and pull it out to make it pop. Whatever details the students notice, you find on the painting and enlarge it. By pulling it out, the students can focus on the specific detail. That allows for in-depth discussion and helps students who may have overlooked important details before. Next, you need to clarify any of the information that students might have misstated, misunderstood, vague information, or information they don't fully comprehend. As the teacher, you need to clarify or explain further. Next, provide the historical context for that picture. By discussing any symbols that may show up in the picture. Sometimes it's not an actual fact, but it represents something else. You can ask what the artist's perspective is. Did they provide their opinion? Is there bias? The picture encourages different discussions. Help students start making connections before starting the next lesson.